Girlfriend, welcome home to Eden. This is Eve Christoph, your love life muse. Subscribe to this channel for the hottest news. Oh darling, this is a girlfriend video. If any guy sees this, he'll be so threatened, he'll freak out, so don't let him see it. Okay, so the story is there's this big woman. She's like tall and hefty and voluptuous, and she's like 28, and she's never had any sex. She's still a virgin. And my friend told me this story. He's from Peru, where the men believe going down on a woman is central to being a man. Well, he said that he told her, listen, go to my country, because she was so depressed. Her self-esteem was so low, and she was just like feeling like she didn't exist, like no one responded to her. There was no ripple to her beauty, and she was an extraordinarily beautiful woman, you know. So she takes his advice. She goes to Peru. Now, in 3 months, she has 60 lovers. 60! Yeah. And she is so transformed. She's so overwhelmed with her own beauty and her sense of herself as a woman, you know, that she comes back full of self-love and self-honoring, and she ends up marrying an incredible man here. All right. Now, how did these guys woo her in such a short amount of time, right? Well, the thing is, if a guy has spent his life believing that he becomes a man by pleasuring a woman and getting her to the brink of absolute joyful desire, then he is paying attention to her heart, her mind. He's trying to agree with her instead of, like, you know, examining her, putting her down, or trying to make her match up to his standards and please his idea. He's paying attention to what makes her happy, what makes her laugh, what can I say to celebrate, what qualities about her humanness and her body, how can I absolutely ravish her body with my words first. Okay? Imagine that, darling, okay? Because there are so many men in this world who are more matriarchal at how they've grown up, who want to absolutely celebrate you. And if you are wasting your time year after year with guys who don't know how to do that, think of this. Here's another little story. The same friend told me this story. I'm passing on his stories. I hope he doesn't mind. There's a circle of men. Half of the circle are men from the U.S., American men, white guys, and the other half are Latin men from Latin countries all over the world. And they're talking about oral sex and going down on women. And all of the men, the white guys, are saying, oh, I don't do that. If I have to, I guess I can. I do it quick, or I get it over with. The ethnic guys are floored. They can't believe what they're hearing. They're like, you mean you don't want to? You mean you don't want to pleasure the woman? You mean you don't actually know what happens when you do that? When you're like, she's fine, she's screaming when I put my cock in there and ram it in a bunch of times, and, that's good enough for me. And the ethnic guys are like, why? Why don't you want to do it? What's your problem? They're like, well, you have to go down on bended knee. It's so humiliating. Now, another guy who was at my party the other night, he was like, Eve, the thing about white guys and romance, he said, and he was a white guy, he said, is that we think it is unmanly. It's just so unmanly to be romantic. It's like, that's for gay guys, that's for fags. Oh, no wonder women like gay guys so much. That romance that you're missing, darling, it's intrinsic to how you open up. It's how you are celebrated. It is not a little superfluous, shallow thing that you feel you're putting yourself down for having this need. It is essential, central to your woman nature, that you need, like a flower, the water and the sun, which are word flowers and beautiful, sensual ways of being touched, and your heart and your mind being touched. No wonder when she went to Peru, these guys who've studied this their whole lives, each one of them working to bloom her rose, were able to get through to her. Okay? So if you're a guy watching this, if you made it through this video, then it's such a simple toolkit, really, you know, like if you practice the complimenting her and listening to her and agreeing with her and then going down on her and focusing on clitoral orgasm, which is ecstasy beyond measure, wild, wild, wild pleasure beyond the huff and puff shout, oh, oh, that's all you guys know from the you know, orgasm that's cock-centered, but the wild orgasm that's just beyond, where she just melts because of you, ooh, that's something that this toolkit of romance takes you to very quickly. And then it's almost like a formula. I hate to tell you how easy it is for the woman to then be wild about you, and she wants to go down on you, and she wants to do all kinds of things with you, and she wants to jump on you, and she sees you next, and she's dreaming about you. You see why it's worth it? I mean, I know guys, ethnic guys who are salsa dancers, just because it's all part of the toolkit of romance, and it opens up women so fast to dance with them in a sexy way. And really, they're only there to get laid. But the thing is, it works really well. I shouldn't be telling you this, right? Except for, why not? Make people happy. It's not the worst thing in the world to make it easier for yourself. And girlfriend, make it easier for yourself. Just try dating some men from a matriarchal culture. And Jewish guys, by the way, they fall in the ethnic category. Maybe it's because of their strong mothers. But much love to you, darling. Adventure, okay? Adventure into territories beyond what you think is possible for you, because everything's possible now. The female orgasm is going to take over the planet. Everybody's going to be so busy with this extraordinary bliss making that peace on earth will reign. Will reign from within the sacred waters as they flow down upon the land, watering all the plants. Women's orgasmic.